Fortress, and I'm going to do a quick talk about debugging districts or whatever.
So, only have to stick around for half that one. Good news. If you ever need to get in contact with us or just want to hang out and talk, we are at SDPHP on Freenode on IRC. We're also available on Twitter, Diego Laravel, and our meetup page is, of course, meetup.com or meetup.sdlog.com.
That would be a we did register this SDLog.com. So we created a couple aliases for us. We have meetup.sdlog.com. All it does is easier. You remember. Also did Trello.sdlog.com. Same thing. Register our Trello page. If you're not familiar with Trello page, that's where I'm going ideas. Go there. If you want to do a presentation, go there. If just more than ideas, trusting it, go there. Card. It's storage place to do stuff.
And of course, we want to thank our sponsors, CARI.net, for having us here. This is our third time here.
Then the location area, you can buy pizza.
They're fantastic sponsors. Thank you very much.
YC's coming up, actually what I work with, they supply the race, and they're local development brewery here in San Diego, bunch of race guys.
Here's Mike for CARI.net.
Everyone, thank you for being here. Basically, really quick, what we do is build custom infrastructure for people. As you know, there's tons of hosting companies. The difference that we have is we find out what people need, the specific requirements. Then we build a solution around it. And have people help us as far as like how it's supposed to work, like setting up load balancers, basically doing everything that the other companies refuse to do. And if you guys do ever have something like that, like a massive amount of bandwidth or storage solution, a lot of speed, with reader writes, just let us know. Thanks, you guys.
Real quick, I want to bounce back a little more. I started this other kind of task needed. Building a website, you can really use a logo. Anybody has an idea for logo? Anybody has an idea for logo? Something that Diego. I'm kind of blank on it, but yeah. I was actually, if you look at the slide, I put a little palm tree. I was trying to logo kind of like, lean up to the palm tree, but it didn't work out. So there's a couple of tasks out there. Just tasks out the road. If anyone wants to contribute in other ways, has fixed the station, that'd be fantastic.
And with that's it. We're going to start with Jason.
We're going to start with
John. Giving us introduction to Laravel Socialite.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Go away. That looks like that might work. Everyone good? All set? So I'm going to give a talk about Laravel Socialite. I elected to give this presentation because I knew nothing about it, and I wanted to learn. So here's kind of what I've learned. So this should be quick. My name's John Congdon. You can find me online. Usually at John Congdon everywhere. I've been web developer since 1999, using PHP since early 2003-ish. I help run the SDPHP group, so that logo is going to be on all the sides. I'm also co-owner of Dev. If you need any development or if you're looking for work, we might have some for you. Hit me up. So who has worked with OAuth 2? Yeah. Kind of figured everybody has. It's a big pain in the rear. Done. Recently I've worked with OAuth, and it's not any better. So with social OAuth, or with Laravel Socialite, it is very easy. Keep in mind that all you're getting is the authentication piece, not access to anything beyond that. So our first step, we're going to install Laravel. Our normal setup here, we're going to require the Laravel installer. We're going to start up a new Laravel app, and then we're going to go through some basic configuration, mainly the database, but other pieces that you may need as well. Step 2, we're requiring Socialite. Again, this is just a composer package called Laravel Socialite. And the setup is super simple. We need to edit config app.php. We're going to add the Socialite service provider, and we're going to add an alias if you want to use the facade. Some people do, some people don't. And then we're going to configure. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not. So configuring the provider is the most time-consuming piece so far. And in here, I'm using GitHub as the example, but this also applies to Twitter, Facebook, and a couple others. So from your profile page, simply click on your settings. That's a good-looking kid there. Must say. Yes, he's mine. You're going to click on applications from that point. And then from there, you're going to switch over to the Developer Applications tab and select Register New Application. Told you, this is super easy. We're going to be done super quick. From here, we're going to give our application a name. Doesn't matter really what it is. The homepage URL, again, doesn't really matter. The most important part here is your authorization callback has to be the same URL you were going to pass in later on. So in my example, I used a local URL, socialite.app:8000, which for me just goes to my local host. Obviously, this won't work in production anymore. From here, we need the client ID and the client secret. We're going to jump back over to our config services.php, set up GitHub with our client ID, client secret, and the redirect URL. Again, the beginning piece has to match what was back on the application tab. Swap out GitHub for any of the other services that you want to use, which makes Socialite very nice because it's uniform between all of them. You don't have to worry about what calls it a client versus some other terminology. It's updated here. There we go. It worked. That's really all there is to configure. Once you're up and running, go build yourself an application. I am missing an entire piece in here. Oh yeah. Somebody still slides very wrong.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is your fault. So we also need to set up our routes. In our app routes, we need two routes. One to redirect to GitHub, and then we need the callback. Once we go to GitHub, authenticate, we're going to come back, and we will hit the handle provider callback URL here, or route. Again, this is super simple. This is in the documentation for Laravel. We're calling the Socialite driver, and all we're doing is call redirect, so it's redirecting off to GitHub. Super simple. From there, we will enter our GitHub username, password. It will then say, hey, do you want to give this application access to your data? And you will simply say yes, hopefully. From that point, GitHub's going to redirect back to the route that is the handle provider callback. From here, we will get the user information. Again, this is all standardized between the different providers, Twitter, Facebook, GitHub. I simply call it GitHub user. I was trying to abstract this to have multiple providers. I failed at that, so this code is not 100% correct. It was working until I tried doing that. So that provider should say GitHub there. We have the GitHub username, nickname, and email. I am simply creating a user in my database. I am then telling the auth system that I am logged in and redirecting back to the home page. Really nothing to it. Pretty simple. Now you're supposed to be here. Kind of skipped ahead before. Potential pitfalls. Where I was running into trouble was providing the multiple providers. When you're creating a user, knowing which provider that came from, you're gonna have username collisions. If you're going off email, are you automatically merging based on that? Because you're trusting that email address from providers is good, or are you going to use a email address or some other username and the provider as your unique key to separate your users? Comes down to, do you want to have multiple accounts? I go to websites all the time where they have log in with Facebook, log in with Google. I forget which one I used. Usually it's the first one because it's the easiest, but I'm like, well, maybe at that point in my life I was all about Google, so I was logging in everything with Google, and they changed things around. So how are you managing your users? One per service? Are you automatically merging? That became an issue for me. I don't have anything that's currently using this. Again, it was just a learning exercise. I was surprised how easy it was having dealt with OAuth in the past. So I really do like this package and recommend it. That's really all I have. Any questions on it? You raise your hand.
So I've done this before, and what you perceive from that is a big long subscription. So it's not like it's also
No. That would update. So this GitHub user, when I get the user back, it's giving me a handful of pieces that are standardized between all these services. Nickname, email, I think username, token. There's a handful of others, but it's standardized between.
So it's pretty non-conflict.
Yeah.
So the security, on the security side, there's something in place to prevent users from just generating their own OAuth and logging into something else.
That's the social like package is saying taking care of. So what's going to hit is the fact that when the request comes back from GitHub, the token gets taken and it's sent again to GitHub to confirm information that's usually what actual additional information is retrieved and scope elements are covered up. So JSON's actually going to touch into API. So what kind of conditions happens is a token is to one time information from the API.
So it's like a
Yeah. So when GitHub sends you back to this route, and then you call user, it's taking that token back, authenticating you, getting the information to return in this op. If I'm understanding that. Yeah.
So the stuff that you figure ID and secret.
Yep. Client ID, client
Is
secret.
that standardized about
Yep. I think different ones call it something different. Whether it's app ID, app secret, but. Just client ID, client secret.
Okay. So that make race call even if the provider is your app.
Right.
And then it's just
Yep. That's what I really like about the package is it standardized all between the providers.
One of the nice things about it is, yes, people over different sources of this, but another thing that's really nice about mobile is you can provide different providers for the configuration system. So this is what when you can hook the configuration system up to a database. And so you can actually have the providers all pull from the database, which I'm done. Specifically with this.
can add scopes in so you can get more information back. By default. Yeah.
And it's sort of funny, it's not authentication, it's just the email address of the team. So only that can determine that.
I don't know if I want. That's what I was looking for.
Scopes out, you see requests. One of the different things that they'll go, you ask for scopes. You will now kind of defeat the purpose of by doing that additional scopes. You will now need to give it specific files.
Yeah, I think in the use cases where you're trying to create a user account on your machine, there's additional skills that you can like an avatar, like, and maybe a photograph.
Yeah, but
It's just those skills are guaranteed to exist on all files.
Right.
yeah,
So you have to have.
and I don't know that you can get to them through Socialite, can you? Through Socialite, you're getting ID, nickname, name, email, and avatar.
There's a way to retrieve generic data.
Is there?
So that's kind of the basic what you get. When you said add scope, you always what scope are you adding? That's what it says. That's what I wanted to get using GitHub to get rid of this all kinds of stuff. I might have to serve the social possible data using the location grade. That's sort of first. That's GitHub authenticates or after.
No, not necessarily. But I think Socialite is all about authentication, logging your app. It's not about OAuth in general.
Well, no, that was scope. It is a
Right. But I think what William was saying, you're defeating the purpose of Socialite at that point. At that point, you're doing basic OAuth, and you're doing a lot more work than what Socialite was meant to cover for you.
I definitely can do it. It's hard to do that. I wouldn't guarantee. It's definitely not designed entirely to do that. Like definitely can ask for additional scope details. And provide data by extra provides that those system.
And I believe the token value from the default scope is defining the inverse relationships you can query the API as an authenticated user.
Right. Yeah, because you can get the token that you got back,
Right.
and then you can make API calls, but not through Socialite. At that point, you're making it direct. Yeah. So it doesn't have a was it reuse token?
I don't know. Social has used token flag edge. I don't know. I have six like.
Yeah, I don't know.
So for anybody that says that the first search you did provided a link to all the service providers out there as
I think that was over here too. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Thousands of, I don't know, there's thousands. It's not that, it's, that down, about halfway, it was just there.
Sorry.
Right down one more, I think that's it. Right, that one. Yeah, that's it, yeah. So click on the providers, not really.
Upper where?
Upper right, there's a slider. That's all the, just scroll, there's like, yeah. It's about everything you can think of, they have providers provided for.
See, I did not know this exists. Where were you last week? That goes straight to spam. Done. That's what I'm used to.
That is actually one of those things about socialization because it's demonstrates based off of and so much of it customers are using things like actually to like specific I think let's remember that
I think this will answer some questions. Overriding filter provider, you override the GitHub one, and you have access to the SSHs.
Very good. So, Jason set up, you guys want to take a bio break or something? Now's a good time to do that.
Using your own laptop there?
Jason. Hi. First time. You know, I'm the lead developer at VO. I'm the McAllister at Twitter and GitHub as well. And my email address. So we're going to talk about Roku and kind of go over the basics of what Roku is, which is a PaaS, so platform service, which means you don't have to worry about server admin, which is great. I did that for 10 years, and I got really sick of it. And really what it does is it provides an infrastructure for you without you having to touch it. So it actually deploys to Amazon EC2 images when you actually build it. And the great thing about Roku is it's very easy. I mean, drag a slider, easy to scale up an application. If you need to choose more RAM or create 500 instances, you can just do it in a matter of seconds. So each application is powered by a Git repository. So the second that you create a new Roku app, it's already got its own unique Git repository, and you can also tie in GitHub, and the latest beta they are on is Dropbox. You actually deploy from Dropbox specifically, which is a little strange, but some people do it. And every time you build your application or you push your code to that Git repository, it builds it fresh. And then once that one's ready to go, then it switches over to the old one and load balancing for you and just puts right over there. So it's pretty great. And it's really easy to define your software requirements. It comes with Nginx, Apache, PHP, and you say which version of PHP you need. And they're all Ubuntu 14.04 images right now. And the best part, and you work with a bunch of people is no shared username and password servers. Because that drives me insane, especially when you have 60 clients to go through after you fire a developer and change every single one of them. That sucks. So there's two things you really need to build an application in Roku. It's a composer.json and then a proc file. So this would be the basic composer.json, which basically says I need PHP, it needs to be 569, and I want the MB string extension. And that's how you would define all your extensions, would just be... no, this is the composer.json. So every extension that you need, you just put right here in the composer and it builds it every single time. This is the proc file, which is literally just a text file. Has to be capital P, otherwise it won't build. And you specify workers, primarily web, and what type of server you want to run. Here it's Apache 2 and HHVM, but I enable it. And that's it. It's literally just one line of code. And then trailing piece on that is actually which directory is public. It defaults to web, but if you want public or htdocs or whatever crazy you want, that's how you would define it. So when it builds the application, it reads that proc file, it sets up Apache 2 and says this is what I want to use as public. So to create a Laravel application, you go through the same process with saw. Create new app name, cd to app name, do your basic configuration, do Git in it, and Roku comes with a tool belt, is what they call it, which provides easy access instead of remembering the whole path to your Git repository. You do Roku Git remote -a specifies the application and app name. If you don't specify an application name when you create a Git repository for Roku, it just creates a crazy name like Sandy Beaches 1982 or something strange. Add your files and then git push Roku master, and that starts your build just like that. But you have to push on master, otherwise it will not build. You can override it by putting a colon and then the branch name, a local one, say if you're on develop or a feature branch. You just put a colon that and it builds it to master off that branch. So the first time when Laravel 5 came out, I was like, all right, I'm going to deploy this to Roku, it's going to be awesome. And I kept building it, and it kept telling me it was a Node application over and over again. I got really irritated. And that's because Laravel 5 has JSON in it, which the build order for Roku says, hey, that's actually a Node app. not going to install PHP. I'm just going to do Node for you. So you have to set a build pack, which is this line right here, Heroku build pack set, and then the GitHub URL for the build pack, which says that doesn't matter what is in there, it's going to build a PHP application. But Laravel includes .env support, which is fantastic. So you need to set environment variables, otherwise your application is not going to run, because the whole point of Heroku is, I'm going to butcher the name of it, peripheral, whatever. It's like FNF, right? But it's a file system. It means nothing is permanent. It's all temporary. It can be destroyed, wiped away in seconds. It means you have to use S3. You can't have a .env file in there that's specific to that. Let's check into your Git repository, which is a bad idea. So they provide a real nice way to set application specific environment variables, and that's just doing Heroku config set app env production, app debug false, and then app key. Obviously, you need your app key, otherwise your Laravel application's not going to work.
Put those in a file, or is that command line also?
That's command line. They also have a GUI as well that gives you a nice point and click. You can add stuff that way too. That's it. So those are the three things you absolutely need to build your application, your Laravel application on Heroku. And strange part about Heroku is the way they handle database access. Kind of strange. Heroku add-ons create a MySQL database, but you have to get the URL for that database, parse it. So it's not set to app env, DB name, DB user pass. It has to look like this. And of course, the same thing with Postgres. If you decide to go Postgres route, that's it. So click out here real quick. And since this is a free one, I love you guys. I'm not paid for a Heroku instance. It takes a second to boot up. But the nice thing about Heroku as well is it gives you a test domain name. You don't have to worry about managing that or anything like that. So that's it. That's Laravel 5 on Heroku. And then this is a quick plug. I know the developer group here, San Diego Dev, does a lot of custom development, but I'm looking for some freelance developers that do front end, because I don't like front end. I know most of you probably don't. So we're looking for Expression Engine and Craft, really. And if you know anyone, please email me at that email address. I'd love to talk. Any questions?
So when you say Heroku has configuration, I'm assuming you kind of go into it. Usually have your web server database server. Obviously web system is that database connection. But can't you find it all? Like these are my two servers. My database.
Well, when you add the let's go real quick. That is an awesome redirect.
That doesn't
Let's not do that.
Carry that, man. Don't.
Yeah, that's. Should have known better. They don't provide, like, if you're talking about firewall specifically. Yeah, they handle all this. So it's not really, how do I explain this? I think there's some ways to set the ports in your proc file, and you can also pass in like custom Nginx configurations as well. But I don't think that, I've never had to use a specific, click here, a firewall setting, so I haven't really looked into that. But as far as your question, this is the app that we're talking about. And when you have this clear DB and also have Postgres set up too, I can sit here and say, click this, and it takes me. It's not even part of the server. So they call it dyno. Roku has dynos. It creates an off-site server and just connects with those URL specifically. So you never have to check in like the username and password database. It just handles all that. And that's done. So like just like this. This is the environment variable for Postgres, and this is the one for my SQL. And then I have my app key, and so that's pretty much it. And what Roku does takes your Git repository, presses it after it builds it. You got the slug size right here. You see 74 half mags of 300, and it makes it a little darker. But it just takes a little chunk of your code and it's portable, so you can throw it down to another region and whatever it needs to do. So if you look at here, talk about this is kind of how you would scale your application. Your hobby is they used to be really expensive, and it was like I think $20 a month minimum. Now it's $7 for a hobby. But if I wanted to go here and say, I need to scale this up because we're having some pretty crazy traffic right now, and then say, I'm a standard 2x or a performance, which is a 6 gig one, you can just set that. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Everybody doing some awesome stuff on that. Yeah, so your clear DB and the Postgres and Roku Redis, all these add-ons are separate from Dyno. Your Dyno is responsible just for your application, and then you just connect out to those services as you need them. What's that? You can set up. I knew someone was going to ask me that. Look at it. It's like a Roku run, and then you put user AV, and then PHP, and then artisan migrate.
Yeah, so it's kind of really felt a lot. So it's pretty slick stuff. One question I always choose your hobbies, but the
Yes.
So if you're doing that, are you responsible for session making that? How's all that working?
That's a good question. We're talking about PHP session.
Yeah.
So you can add a .user.ini file in your web root. So if it's public or web or HTTocs, you put a specific file in there, and then you can configure Memcache. And that's an add-on.
Okay.
So let's just click here. And what you do is you just configure that environment variable. Set your user.ini file that has those environment variables in it. That's it. So and they have a big list of a lot of stuff actually. New Relic is actually like pay those guys $200 a month. But there's a lot of stuff. I don't know what Postgres does. They have Roku Postgres. But
Clarity is actually so Postgres is the first class system. Everything else came by
yeah.
It's actually by so they agree with the system where they would have to charge
Yeah, that's what this is. This is just a way to connect to your database. That's it. They have two right now. So I think they have Europe, and then that's really it.
So, with the .env file, are you saying in your Heroku solution, you don't use a .env file at all?
You don't need to.
So if you have other key value things that you would put in your .env file, you just make the application value or variables where you show. How are you calling those? Making the same way?
Well, it's the same thing. So your local use the .env, right? And the .env gives you access to get env, which is really just pulling your server environment variable. So when you set your local system, you have it set to .env. You put all your config in there, you change it so it's portable, right? In your Laravel installation. And then when you add those keys there, you create new ones and put them in Roku. So when you deploy, it doesn't have to create a .env file, because if you don't have one, it will default to the $server and environment variable.
Normal. So just using a patch. Using
Yeah, like your PHP info would contain all your database credentials, stuff like that. That is the only, I think that's really the only downside to .env. If you accidentally have an info.php file in your root, someone goes and looks in there, they have everything. It's in there. That is nice, because if the dyno crashes, it spins another one. It doesn't care. Every time you push, or if you restart your application, it builds from the latest every single time. So I set, in the example I had 569, but I had the tilde in front of it. So when I pushed another deployment to my site, it got 510 or 5610 right away. So it handles every single security patch. They manage that specific portion of it. For PHP or the actual server? That's the Cedar. Oh, Linux. Everyone.
But not necessarily.
And that's they call it the 12-factor app, where your application doesn't care where it is. It just knows how to talk to what it needs to, and if it needs to destroy itself, it destroys itself, and that's nothing wrong with that. You pay in your time, if that's what you're referring to, like spending on your own EC2. I've done that, and I did it for a long time, and I got the calls at 2 in the morning when someone's site was down, and I'd rather just sleep. So I'm sure it's cheaper.
What was the question? I missed that.
Just like for the server rental, paying for expanding the versus or all EC2
I'm sure it's over. I mean, they can have any stuff.
Yeah, but basically you're saying it's marginal compared to your time.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off there. If you want the opposite part, then you want opposite part. Business self-figure out. So you're not worried about also being a computer or office.
And one of the things I mind is if when you start architect all about
I'm so OCD with Git and how I put environment variables in certain places that our standard fig or our we use Craft CMS, or our standard fig is built for Homestead specifically because it has the app environment already set, and then when we deployed to Roku, we set it. So we just check these two flags. This is not like fig, but yeah, it is a mentality. It's like almost like a discipline on how you build it. I think I tried this when it first came out, and I put a CMS on there and I was uploading files, and getting really pissed off because I would push a deploy, and then they would be gone. And then I read the fine print where it says that nothing's permanent. So I mean, you have to like use S3 or Fastly, but Fastly is an arm and a leg unless you have the finances for it.
And for reference, I believe
it's funny. I know Google Apps and just like you can actually tell them whatever show
I'm sure you can dig into it. They just updated their docs, so they have like a whole community forum now. So it's a lot better than it was. Finding documentation is kind of crappy. I had that problem. I got contacted because someone deployed a Roku craft site and had six different dynos running, and the user session drop every other request because they didn't have user INI file in there and configure what got captured. So. Thank you.
Good.
so. My name's Norman. I was here a couple months ago. It's the list company up in GTC. We are still looking for creation developers. If you have any comments, that's
What